How's it going, everybody? Bryan Alvarez and Filthy Tom here with your Geek of the Week. Who do we got, Tom?
Bryan, it has been a long time since we have had a Geek of the Week here, but we are back with a YouTube exclusive. And in a rare moment, you and I have actually agreed. We have come to a consensus, and I think a lot of other people out there are going to agree. The unequivocal Geeks of the Week this week.
Geeks.
Nixon Newell and Miranda Alizé. Bryan, can you tell the people what they did to deserve this prize?
Well, they showed up at Collision, and they were told that they had a 3-minute match, and they decided
3 minutes.
They don't work for us, brother. And so they left. Walked out of the taping, were replaced, and that's probably going to be the end of Nixon Newell and Miranda Alizé. And I would say that's for sure going to be the end. Although, to be fair, they did have an incident the week prior, and people were surprised they got brought back. But I think this is probably it. No more AEW Ring of Honor.
3 minutes, you say, Bryan. 3 minutes. If you remember back a few years ago, I myself was scheduled to make my pay-per-view debut for AEW against a man who was in the main program on the show for the world title, Adam Cole. You know what happened? On the way to the building, I got a call. Adam Cole is sick. He's out of the match. And you know what I was presented with? You know what I was given? A match against Serpentico on the pre-show.
The dark
match.
The dark match on the pre-show.
5 minutes on the clock. We get in the ring. We have our time cut to 3 minutes. And you know what I did? You know what we did? We made the best of it. Because that's what you do when you're put in a position in which maybe you don't agree, but you're there to do a job. You make the absolute best of it that you can, and that's what we went out there and tried to do. And you know what's happened since then, Bryan? What hasn't happened, or what's not going to happen probably for Nixon Newell and Miranda Alizé, is that I got bought back multiple times. I got money put in my pocket as a professional.
You were overpaid.
Tony, in fact, overpaid me.
Yes.
In my last appearance, probably because he saw how pitiful I looked physically. But you know what I was not? That week, I was not a geek.
And that is this week's Geek of the Week, which, by the way, we got done in under 3 minutes.
We're back, baby.
And we'll talk to you next week with a brand new Geek of the Week.